Your little girl will feel like a princess in this updated sweatshirt turned into a jacket. Choose a contrasting color of piping to quickly bind the front and sleeve edges. It's an easy makeover with prepackaged piping. Notice that narrower neck ribbing, another personalized accent that can be made in minutes.
We're going to start by taking a closer look at Mary's finished sample, finished makeover, and you'll see comparable changes as we made just in the first cardigan, but then some new additions.
That's right, Nancy. We turned it into a jacket, but we're going to do some reshaping of the front as well. And we cut off the sleeve and add the piping.
And the addition of the cute appliques, a little shabby chic with raw edges and tab. Now the first changes are comparable.
We take that ribbing off again as we did before and save it, of course. And we also cut off the sleeve ribbing about an inch above the top edge of the ribbing.
So you have 3/4 length sleeves.
That's right. And then we're going to mark the center front and also shape the bottom with a rounded shape. We've got a lid here that we're using, improvising. And then we'll turn to the neckline.
Now this neckline, I like this change. For big girls or little girls?
That's right. It's just a narrowing of the neck ribbing. We fold it in half. It's really easy. You can pin it in place. And then I chose the blanket stitch for the stitch that attaches that ribbing edge to the sweatshirt.
Here's a close-up of the stitching, just stitching around the neckline. Contrasting thread is your friend here.
That's right. Adds a nice touch. The next sample shows the use of the piping, the prepackaged that we've chosen. And we've, first of all, stay-stitched along each side of the center front line that we marked and around the curve and around the back of the sweatshirt. And then we cut it open so that we have a jacket now. And then the piping is, first of all, pinned in place. That would go all the way around the sweatshirt.
And at the neckline, this is the crucial area of
That's right.
Positioning.
To avoid some bulk, I placed the piping right below the ribbing and turn back the edge so that it stays out of the way.
Just turn it at that 45-degree angle. It works out well. Stitch all the way around the edge. And this next sample will show how this has been stitched. Simple enough. Just following the piping edge. You could use your zipper foot. You could use a regular foot, whatever works for you.
And then on the next side of the sweatshirt, we've turned the piping to the back, and we add one more row of top stitching to secure the piping so it won't turn back to the front of the shirt.
Now at the neck.
That's right. I just turned back the edge and it's stitched in place. Again, it's a time-saving step, Nancy, for these little children's sweatshirts.
This is a sweatshirt.
That's right.
We can't forget. Now we'll look at the finished project and you can see the new additions.
We first look to build the tab, and we cut 2 pieces of fabric using the pattern that's in today's material that accompanies the show. I've chosen 2 different colors, and we're going to sew a piece of hook and loop tape to the wrong side of what will be the back of the tab. And then our next sample shows the 2 pieces sewn together, and we choose a repeating straight stitch for this.
Again, quick close-up of showing how this goes back and forth so that you get a heavier look, a nice accent.
And you can then trim some of the top layer away to reveal some of the other fabric.
And then you put a little attaching tape underneath, and then the applique.
That's right. And so we'll turn this back to show the 2 shapes, the 2 floral shapes provided with today's material. There's each shape has a large and a smaller size, and we'll trace the larger size on the back of fabric, and we'll trace the smaller size onto paperback fusible web. And then my next sample shows that I've fused the paperback fusible web to the wrong side of the flower shape, and then I'm going to peel off that paper, and I try to do it carefully so I preserve the actual shape, because then, Nancy, I can take it to the right side of the flower and trace, so I have a shape to guide me in my stitching.
So there's fused on the back, traced on the front, and then you simply place the positioning on your jacket and do that triple straight stitch. Add buttons and you're complete. Well, not quite. You can also make a larger size, big girl, little girl sweatshirts so that you can have mother, daughter, grandmother, granddaughter. What a great combination.